Hello, everybody. We're back with some more baseball. We got some 1961 baseball now with the Braves on August 5th. We got the Braves traveling out to San Francisco to take on the Giants. Take a look at the starting lineup here for the Milwaukee Braves. We got leading off playing center field Mac Jones. We got batting second playing second Frank Bowen. Batting third playing third Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth playing right field's Hank Aaron. Batting fifth playing first base Joe Adcock. Batting sixth playing left field's Frank Thomas. Batting seventh doing the catching's Joe Torre. Batting eighth playing shortstop Roy McMillan. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Milwaukee Braves is Bob BUHL. And this is a battle for first place, folks, out here in San Francisco. They're in second behind the Milwaukee Braves. And we got leading off playing right field Felipe Alou. Batting second playing third today is Joe Amalfitano. Batting third the other Alou, Matty Alou, playing left field. Batting fourth playing center field Willie Mays. Batting fifth playing first base is Orlando Cepeda. Batting sixth doing the catching is Eddie Bailey. Batting seventh playing shortstop Eddie Bouchard. Batting eighth playing second base is Ernie Bowen. And on the mound batting ninth is Sam Jones. Let's get down here to Candlestick Park and get this game started, folks. We got Michael and Beatles in the channel and Doug Hunt. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. You going to do something later on, Beatles? And here we go with the first pitch to Mr. Jones, hitting 274 in the year. See what the knife can do. And he hits that ball down to Amalfitano down at third. Tim D's joined us here today. And Joe throws over the Cepeda at first to get Jones. Yeah. Yeah, it's an exciting finish, Tim D. I won't blow it, but it's exciting. Oh, you're not going to you going out and playing music tonight, Beatles? Yeah, I won't blow the finish for you, Tim D. It's an exciting finish. Oh, right now we got Frank Bowen due up here, batting 297 on the year. And here's the pitch to Frank. And he gets a hold of this one off of Mr. Jones. And he drives that in the gap in right field between Mays and Alou. It's up against the wall. And Mr. Frank Bowen standing down at second for the Big Boppers. We got Eddie Matthews up now. Can Mr. Matthews do some damage here, hitting 295? Like to see him get back over 300. That is funny, Michael. I like it. Yeah, the crack of the bat, huh? Yeah, I hear you. That is funny. All righty, here's Eddie up, like I say, batting 295 with 19 home runs and 73 RBIs. Can he get another RBI here, folks? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That's going to get Bowen down the third. For Mr. Hank Aaron, can the hammer come through? There's Mr. Ken Castro joining us, folks. Hey, Ken. So now we got Aaron up. He's batting 307, folks, with 20 home runs and 73 RBIs. See if Mr. Aaron can get a 2-out base hit here and give the Braves the lead. Let's say this is a battle for first. And that's a deep fly ball out to Felipe Alou in right field. He makes the catch short of the warning track. And that'll do it. And Frank Bowen stranded at third, folks. So the Braves don't score in the top of the first, and the Giants are due up with Alou, Amalfitano, and another Alou. So Philippe up first, batting 284 in the season, folks. Here's the pitch from Mr. Bob. See what he does here, and that's going to be a pop up on the infield. Eddie Matthews, he's going to make the play down there in third, out in the grass for out number one. Brings up Joey Amalfitano. He's batting 316, having a heck of a year, folks. Here's the pitch to Amalfitano. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mac the Knife's out there today. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Doing great, Ken. How about yourself, bud? And here comes Mr. Matty Alou. Matty's hitting 286 on the year. See what happens with the other Lou brother. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield also. And again, Matthews is going to take charge, makes the catch near the mound for out number 3, and that'll do it for the Giants. And now we go to the top of the second. We got Adcock, Thomas, and Torrey due up. Joe's hitting 269 rather, not 285. That's his real life, batting 269 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Matty's out there, makes the catch for out number 1. I don't watch my Lou's. I don't get them mixed up. Brings up Mr. Frank Thomas, hitting 249. 17 home runs, 52 RBIs. His power is fine, but his batting average is low. See if he can start getting some hits here. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie at short. He fires over to Cepeda, and that'll be 2 quick outs here in the second. Brings up Joe Torre, and again, he's not doing as well as we would like. He got off to a hot start when he first came up with the Braves, but now he's only hitting 236. Let's see if Joe can get something started. And that's going to be a base on balls. We'll take it. Joe walks down the first. Brings up Roy McMillan. And Roy's only hitting 204 on the year, folks. See if he can get a key base hit here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Max out of there. And they strand Joe down at first. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still nothing. You got May, Cepeda, and Bailey due up here for the G-men. Willie's hitting 308 with 30 home runs and 75 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Mr. Eddie Matthews at third. He fires over the Adcock, and that'll be quick out number 1. Brings up Lando Cepeda, who's leading the league with 92 RBIs, hitting 324. Right now, he's got 26 home runs on the year, and he's right now leading the league in most valuable player voting. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. Cepeda's aboard now with 1 out. And that brings up Mr. Ed Bailey. See if they can get a double play out of this catcher here. He's hitting 281 on the year, having a heck of a year. 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. And that ball is hit down the short. Let's see if the Braves can turn 2 here. It's a slow grounder. It's going to be tough. He throws over to second. Frank Bolin throws over first, and Bailey beats the throw, folks. So it's 2 outs now. And Bailey down at first for Eddie Burchard. He's batting a whopping 400 on the year, folks. Having a heck of a start. Hasn't played many games, only 31 games, but he is delivering when he's in there. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And that's a ground ball down to McMillan at short. He'll fire over to first to get the last out here. So the Giants strand 1. We go to the top of the third. Still knotted up at nothing. Bob Buhl will lead off this inning, followed by Jones and Bolin. Bob's hitting a $118 on the year. I'm sorry, batting .062 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Matty's got it for out number 1. That'll bring up Mr. Jones. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Eddie out there at short's going to call for it near the mound. Makes the catch. And 2 quick outs here in the third. See if Frank Bolin can get on board again. He doubled his first time up and got stranded down at third. See if he can get on again for the big boys. That's pop straight up to shoot. Bailey doesn't have to move. All he does is throw off the mask, stand up, and make the catch. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Sam Jones. Go to the bottom of the third, the bottom part of the order due up here for the Giants. Bowman, Jones, and back to Felipe at the top. And Mr. Ernie Bowen's hitting .333 on the year, folks. Again, he hasn't many at-bats, as 6 at-bats. And that is a ground ball down to Frank Bolin. Frank's up with it. He's going to fire over to first for out number 1. Brings up Sam Jones. See what Mr. Jones is only hitting a .032 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to Sam. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field because, as you know, we don't need no stinking DH in this channel. So Sam Jones is aboard, folks, with a base hit. That brings up Felipe. He popped up the third his first time up. See if they can get him again here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Joe Adcox. He fires over to second. McMillan covering, but with Felipe's speed, he's not even going to throw over to first. But they got 2 outs now. Lou's down at first. And now Amalfitano, who flew out to Jones's first time up. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate near the screen. Joe Torre's back there waiting for it to come down. Makes the catch. And the Giants strand a Lou at first. We go to the top of the 4th. We got the big boys due up for the Braves. We got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock. Eddie grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be hit down the second again. You might want to pick on somebody besides Bowen. That is a quick out. Here comes Mr. Hank Aaron. Let's see if he can get something going. And yes, he does, folks. He squares his ball up against Sam Jones. And that ball is driven in the right field. He goes the other way with it. Lou comes over, cuts it off. Aaron's rounding first. He puts on the brakes. Lou holds him for a single. That'll bring up Joe Adcock, who flew out the Matty his first time in left field. See if Mr. Joe Adcock can get off the snide here and get something going. And yes, he does, folks. He drives that ball in the right field. And that is going to get Hank Aaron, that brown-eyed, handsome man, down the third. So we got first and third now with 1 out for Joe Torre. I'm sorry, for Frank Thomas. And with the speed of Thomas and Adcock, the Giants are going to play back for the double play. See if Frank can drive in Aaron and get the Braves on the board here, folks, as we drop the dice and make this an official game. And no, he doesn't. He pops that ball up down the first baseline in the foul territory. Bowman goes over. He makes the catch. Everybody stays put, folks. Now there's 2 outs. Now it's up to Joe Torres to get a 2-out base hit here. He walked his first time up. Let's see what he does this time. And that is going to be a high pop-up in the grass out in right field. Bowman's busy today. He goes out and makes the catch, and the Braves strand 2, folks. See if that comes back to bite them. At first and third and 1 out and don't score. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still nothing. We got Matty, Mays, and Cepeda due up here for the Giants. Matty's 0 for 1 popped up to Eddie Matthews. And that's going to be a base hit. He turns on that one, folks. Drives that ball in the right field. Hank Aaron goes over near the line. Cuts it off, fires it in. Lou will stop at first with Mays up. Not trying to get thrown out, trying to stretch out into a double. All righty. Let's see what can happen here now with Willie Mays up. He grounded out to Matthews his first time up. And just what the doctor ordered. That's hit down the short. Taylor made double play over the Frank Bolin, over the Joe Adcox. And that's a 6-4-3 double play, folks. Bob Buhl gets the pitcher's best friend there. Brings up Cepeda now with nobody on. He singled his first time up. And that's a deep fly ball in the left field. Frank Thomas goes back, has to come in now. The great winds of San Francisco blowing in. Frank makes the catch. Out number 3. So we go to the top of the 5th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. McMillan, Bolin, and then Jones. Hey, Joe, how's it going? And now Mac, he struck out his first time up. And not this time, folks. He squares this one up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball fights through the wind, folks. That's going to be a home run. Mac, with his 5th home run of the year, gives the Braves a 1-0 lead. How about that? Now Bob Buhl's up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Sam Jones. He fires over the first. That'll be out number 1. Now it's the Jones battle. Got Sam against Mac. So far, Sam's won the battle. Mac's 0 for 2. Let's see if he can win this time. And he does, folks. He squares this up. Jones, all of a sudden, in the 5th inning, is having trouble. And Mac drives that ball into the gap in right field. And that'll split Mays and Lou. And that boy's headed to second. He's in there underneath the tag. Doing good, Joe. Yeah, doing good. Can't complain. Yep. Now Frank Bolin is 1 for 2 with the double here, folks, with Jones in scoring position. Can Frank get a key hit here and give the Braves a 2-0 lead here? And no, that's going to be a fly ball in the center field, and they're not going to test Mays' arm, not with Matthews coming up. So 2 outs now with Jones down at second still. Let's see if Mr. Matthews can get off the snot. He's grounded out to Bowman both times up. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning, but the Braves score 1 on the McMillan home run. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Giants trailing by 1. We'll have Bailey, Buzzard, and Bowman do up the Killer Bees. Let's see what they do against Buhl. Bunch of bees everywhere. Here's the pitch to Bailey. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. That ball was hit down to Frank Bolin, keeping it all in the bees. And that'll be out number 1. See what Eddie does here. Eddie grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball lifted in the center field. Jones takes a few steps in, makes the catch. Quick 2 outs. Legends is here. You going to do a game later here, Legends, bud? Dwayne all the time. Yeah, I'll have to go over to the Legends channel. I made a comment on his post for last night. That's pretty funny. Damn spell checker got me, man. But I mean it, Legends. I love you, bud. Yeah. All righty. Now we got Bowman up. Bowman's 0 for 1. He grounded out the ball in this first time up. And that's going to be hit down to Frank again. Frank's up with this one also. Fires over, and that'll end the inning, folks. 1, 2, 3, go the Giants. We go to the 6th inning. Braves hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Yeah, it was great. When you commented on there, I'm like, what's he talking about? And then I went back and looked at it, and I'm like, I'll be darned, that got me. It'll be late tonight. Cool. You doing baseball or football tonight? It'll be Joe Ack. It'll be Aaron, Adcock, and Frank up here. Aaron, he singled his last time up and got stranded at third. Let's see if he can keep it going here. And no, that's going to be a deep fly ball in the right field. Felipe's back near the track, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Oh, close ball game. Who was pitching, Mike? Cool, Legends. That sounds fun. I'll definitely be there. Thank you, Legends. Appreciate it. Yeah, so 1 out now with Joe Adcock up. He singled his last time up. Darn, two-hitter. Yeah, that's a darn good pitching game there. That's for sure. Oh, Welch pitched a hell of a game. All righty, let's see if Joe can get on board here in the 6th inning, folks. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Joe Adcock's having a nice game. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Let's see if Frank Thomas can do something about it here. Frank's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and popped up to second. And now it's going to be popped up behind home plate. And Bailey's got that one measured. Frank just ain't making good contact, folks, on the ball. That'll be 2 outs. It's up to Joe Torre again. And Joe's 0 for 1. He popped up to second his last time up with first and third. Let's see if he can get a key base hit this time with 2 outs. And yes, he does. He drives that ball into center field. Joe Adcock with his speed, though, isn't going to try for third. He'll stay in scoring position here for the man of the hour right now, McMillan. He homered his last time up. See what Mac can do now. And not this time, folks. He drives that ball in the center field, but not deep enough. Willie makes the catch. And again, the Braves strand, too. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. We got Jones, Alou, and Amalfitano due up here. Sam singled his first time up, folks, because we don't need no stinking DH. Cool. Have to check it out over there on the Discord, Legends. All righty, let's see what Mr. Sam Jones does the second time up. And guess what, folks? That sucker's 2 for 2. Who needs a DH when you got Sam Jones out here hitting today? Bob Buhl can't figure him out. So you got Jones down at first with nobody out. Felipe Alou's up. He's popped up and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, a big strikeout by Bob. Keeps Jones down at first. Oh, that'd be cool. Looking forward to that then, Legend. Legend says he might do some hockey along with his baseball until he gets the football started. All right, here's Joey up now. He's 0 for 2. Flew out the center and popped up to the catcher. And that's another big swing and a miss. And all of a sudden now, Bob Buhl reminds me of Linda Ronstadt. He's nothing but Blue Bayou out there today. That brings up the other Lou, Matty. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that ball is hit down to McMillan at short. He'll go the short way over to second, and that'll end the inning. So the single by Jones doesn't come back to cost the Braves. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still 1-0. Yeah, I see what you're saying. If you're like me, Legends, I like the complete stuff. And when it all hangs out there like that, seems like it takes forever. All righty, here we go. We got Bob due up, followed by Jones and Bolin. Let's see if Bob can do what his counterpart's done. He's 0 for 2, though, here in the 7th inning. And guess what? He swings and misses, strike three. So Sam Jones gets the strikeout. That brings up Mr. Mac Jones, who doubled his last time up against him. See if he can do it again, folks. And not this time. That's a swing and a miss, strike three. And all of a sudden, Sam's hitting a sweet spot. Back-to-back strikeouts here. Can Frank Boland get Wood on here and get on base again for the big boys? He's 1 for 3. He doubled, popped up to the catcher, and flew out to center. And that's going to be hit down to short. And that'll end the inning, folks. The Braves go 1, 2, 3. We made it to the 7th inning stretch. Like the alien faces on Madden. I was watching that broadcast this morning, and that was pretty funny, Legends. I like that. Old Terry Bradshaw, he looks pretty darn bad in that. Alrighty, we got Mays, Cepeda, and Bailey due up here in the 7th. Can Bob make it through the heart of the lineup here, holding on to a 1-0 lead? Mays is 0 for 2, hit into a double play his last time up and grounded out the third his other time. And that's not what Bob wanted to see. That's a base hit in the center field. Mays is on lead off this 7th inning. Here comes the RBI king, Cepeda, with 92 RBIs on the year. See if he can keep him at that. He's 1 for 2, singled and flew out the left. And that is going to be a single to left. And Cepeda is going to take second on the throw down the third. So now all of a sudden it's second and third and nobody out, folks. Bob's got himself in a mess here in the 7th. Didn't want May scoring, wanted May stopping at third. Try that again. Try that again. See if we get it there this time. There we go. The Braves are going to have to bring the infield in. Here's Bailey. He's 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to second. And that is going to be a base on balls. And Bob BUHL now has bases juiced. Nowhere to put Buzzard. And again, they're going to have to go with the infield in. Don't want to tie this game up. Here's the pitch to Eddie. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and flew out to center. And that's a pop up. No, that's a swing. No, that's sorry. I'll get this right yet. Bob's got the damn W, and that's going to be a base on balls. He's going to walk in the tie and run, folks. That is not good. And they're still going to have the infield in. The bullpen's getting ready in a hurry out there. And they're going to get some righties up in that bullpen. Tony and Bob's getting up. See if BUHL can get out of this mess here, folks. Bowman's 0 for 2, grounded out to second both times up. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now. And they're going to pitch hit for Jones and try to break this game open, folks. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit. Even though Jones is 2 for 2, Jones ain't very happy. He thinks he can get it done and stay in the game. But they're going to bring out Willie McCovey here, the pitch hit. Now the Braves have got to decide if they're going to keep the infield in, try to get the double play off of McCovey. McCovey's not very fast. You could double him up. Let's see what happens here. Decide on what to do here. I think they are going to play back for the double play. But Covey's hitting 285 on the year with 12 home runs, 44 RBIs. See if Bob can get out of this mess with a double play and leave with the game tied. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Is that going to be deep enough to score Cepeda? And yes, it is. So sacrifice fly in the left field. And just like this, the Giants take a 2-1 lead, folks. Now a lose up with first and second and 2 outs. Bob's cruising through 6, but can't get out of the 7th here. Here's old Felipe Alou 0 for 3. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. McMillan calls for it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the Giants scored 2 and take a 2-1 lead, folks. Now, who's going to come in here to pitch for the G-men? You got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock due up. Do they go with the lefty to get Matthews out, or do they go with the righties for Aaron and Adcock? And I think they're going to bring on I think Lee May is going to come out here, pitch to Matthews. That's what they're going to do. See if he can get through the 2 righties. So you're going to have Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock here in the top of the 8th. This is the time for the Braves to get something done here. The big boys are up. Can they rally here in the 8th? Eddie's 0 for 3. He's due. He struck out and grounded out the second 2 times. And that's going to be hit down the That's going to be hit back to the mound, ain't it? No, that's going to be hit down the second again. Sure. You might want to try somebody besides Bowman because he's eating him up. That is 1 out here. Here comes Mr. Aaron. Hank's 1 for 3. Can he get on base at least and bring the tying winning run to the plate? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 quick outs here. It's up to Joe Adcock to keep this 8th inning alive. Here's the pitch to Joe. He's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3. And he's going to be 2 for 4 as that's hit down to Malfitano. And that's going to be an easy 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. And now we go to the bottom part of the 8th. We got a Malfitano, Matty, and Mays due up here in the 8th. And Bob's on a short lease. He's due up 4th in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch to Joey. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 big out here in the 8th. Need to keep this a 1-run game. Matty's up. He's 1 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choices last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So a lose aboard here with 1 out. Now it's Willie Mays is up. Willie is 1 for 3, scored his last time up. Let's see what Bob can do against Mays. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is Bob's 5th strikeout. Brings up Cepeda now. Excuse me, Orlando's 2 for 3. He scored the last time he was up. And that's going to be a base on balls, and that's going to be it for Bob. Got runners in scoring position now. And you got the lefty due up. Let's see who they're going to go with out there. Old Johnny's going to come in, the only lefty out there in the bullpen for the Braves. See if he can get Bailey out. Give the Braves a chance here in the ninth with a 1-run deficit. There's Johnny. See what happens here. Do the Giants want a pitch hit for Bailey? I don't think so, but we'll take a look here. No, Landreth's a lefty too. Well, they got three catchers in the. Yeah, they are going to pitch hit for him. They got old John, the horse, out there, so they are going to pitch hit for Bailey. They're carrying three catchers. There's John. So he's going to come out here and pitch hit for Bailey and stay in the game and catch. All righty. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to John. And that's going to be a fly pop up in the infield, I believe. Let's look. It's a 34. I don't think he strikes him out. No, but that's a high pop up. Frank Bolin out in the grass in right field makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So it's still a 1-run game, folks. And I don't think Lee May's going to pitch now. They're going to take May out. And let's see who they're going to go to out in the bullpen. They're going to bring in Mr. Miller to close this game out for him. Old Stu's coming in to face these righties. That'll be it for May. He did his job. See if Stu can nail this down. So Stu will come in and bat ninth. And John will stay in and catch. And we're ready to go here in the top of the ninth. You got Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan. Can they get to Mr. Miller here in the ninth inning? Frank's 0 for 3. He's grounded out and popped up to second and to the catcher. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. Amalfitanu's got it. Robs Thomas of a base hit. That was a nice dive and stop near the line. Fires over with Thompson's speed. He don't get him. So now Joe's up. And let's see what Joe can do. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. See if he can get on base here. Put the tying run at first at least. And that's what happens. That's going to be a base on balls. Joe's second walk here of the game, folks. So Joe's down at first for the man of the hour. The only run of the game, the home run by McMillan. Can he do it again, folks? And hit his 6th home run. It's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Mac. And that's not going to happen, folks. That ball is hit down the short. And that is going to end this game over to second, over to Orlando. And that is a 6-4-3 inning killer. Braves lose 2-1, folks. Let's go to the scorecard here. Take a look at the box score. What a heartbreaking loss for the Braves. The Giants and Braves, a nice game here. The Braves 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. The Giants 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Joe Adcock's the only Brave that had 2 hits. He was 2 for 4. And McMillan with the home run, 1 for 1, only run of the game. Braves was 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position and Strand at 7. Matty Alou and Cepeda was 2 for 4 and 2 for 3. And McCovey with the big RBI pitch hit walk. Crazy. And Giants made do, man. They only was 0 for 1, left 7 on base, but they got the 2 runs when they needed it. Bob, tough loss, 7 and 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 5. And Johnny comes in, pitches a third of an inning, shuts the door, but it was too little too late. Old Sam Jones gets the win, 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 4, and gave up the home run. May came in, pitched a nice 8th inning, struck out 1, and Miller comes in, walks 1 in the 9th, but gets his 11th save of the year, folks. You had another tough game, I guarantee it, Tim D. Another good game, man. Yeah. A lot of comebacks here lately. Alrighty, let's do some fast play. Yeah, let's do some fast play here. We got the Pirates and the Reds. See what happens out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Beatles Pirates takes it to the Reds. Helps out the Braves there. The Pirates 8 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Reds 2 runs on 5 hits, and Clemente just adding to that, leading the batting race, 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs and scored. How about that? Now we got the Cuppies traveling out to LA, playing in the Coliseum against the Dodgers. And the Dodgers win a close one. The Cubbies 5 runs on 12 hits and an error. The Dodgers 6 runs on 14 hits and an error. And the last game here on August 5th is Ken Castro's Phillies traveling to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. And the Cardinals take it to the fields, Ken. 1 run on 7 hits and no errors, and the Cardinals 8 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors. Take a look here at the standings after August 5th. And the Braves are only up by a game now on the Giants. The Reds are 6.5 games back. Dodgers 9.5. Cardinals 10.5. The Cubs 11. Pirates are 12. And the Phillies are 25.5 games back. Take a look here at the leaderboard. Look at that. Clemente hitting 364 in the year. Willie still stuck at 30 home runs. Cepeda still stuck at 92 RBIs, but the Giants are winning against these Braves without the 2 big boys doing anything. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Yeah, 35 and 67 is right. Yep. Look at that run differential, 203 run differential. Sure. Let's take a look at the pitchers here in the National League. Still got Spahn leading with the 2.59 ERA. Burdette and McCormick with 12 wins on the year. Don with 25 saves. And like I say, Cepeda's leading in the MVP voting over his teammate Mays. And old Lou Burdette's leading in the Cy Young right now over his teammate Spahn. I want to thank Ken Castro, Tim D, Legend Sports Universe, Michael. Is that everybody? I don't think Beatles was in here. Doug Hunt was here. Joe was here. I want to thank y'all for stopping by and watching the game. And I believe that was everybody. Like I say, I want to thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, folks, you all have a great afternoon or evening. and take care. Legend says he's going to be on later tonight with some baseball, some home run derby. Till then, you all have a great evening.